Here we go. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, Tati. Thank you very much for your time. And yeah,
I
I'm happy Napalm annoyed you enough that you are here with us today.
Yeah, man. Well, I asked our manager to give me this last interview for now because I need to write lyrics and I'm running out of time and I need to concentrate on writing. So yeah, you were lucky. It's my last interview.
So you had a long day before this, with interviews packed and all questions from all over the world about every topic. And now I'm the lucky bastard that has to rewrite the story again and again and again. So I hope it's not too annoying if there is something you already answered 5,000 times before today.
I learned how to leave my body and just watch, like answer questions while I'm watching my favorite cartoons in my head,
Or
like
friends, like you,
automatically. Yeah, yeah.
like you wanted, but now I'm here and I distract you from your
Yeah.
most favorite TV show. So sorry, sorry for that. How's your life going now, 2021?
Pretty
So
much like in 2020.
so I guess it's a bit stressed and not that happy, or maybe hopeful and filled with energy to head into a new year and with thoughts about everything going better, or
Well, still, yeah, I like the hope still lives in me. But well, while we are waiting for the better days, um, there's some shit to do, like writing lyrics for the new album. Ow, ow. Because in a month we start recording the album. As always, I'm procrastinating. I like to work, not that I like, but usually I work when the shit gets really hot, like I'm running out of time and it's a deadline almost.
hmm.
So it's a lot of pressure and I work like this. So yeah, I have like my notebook here, like my trusty notebook with all the like papers and shit. Yeah. So
So you just sit down and try to be influenced by something, or do you have something to get you into the vibe to write
it's
your art?
yeah, really hard to explain. Like as I told you before, I had an interview yesterday and it was really like I was boiling inside with wrath and fury. And sometimes interviewers make me want to start killing. And not today, not today.
Not yet,
But
not
sometimes,
yet.
yeah, not yet. Sometimes it happens. And it's really hard to control myself now. But yeah. And what else? Oh, so I spent the rest of the evening yesterday walking around my apartment, thinking about that piece of shit. What a piece of shit! And today I spent the whole day doing the same, And as as I as I started to listen to our new material, and try to get this vibe going, I
Mm.
was like, okay, this song reminds me of this and that, but this voice, this dude is a piece of shit, was louder than my inspiration. So here I am, like 8 p.m. and still like there's no single word written.
So aggression is not the thing to focus on if you write your lyrics.
No, it is. But today, this time is, I feel it's, I feel it hard to express myself because it's not aggression, it's fury,
Mm.
it's wrath, like anger.
Mm.
And it was too intense and I couldn't find words. So maybe tomorrow, because usually it takes me for 3 days to figure out, like, to come down, to figure out what I want to say, and to leash this anger and make it help me. 3 days. So today is just first day. Yeah.
So you embrace this feeling and then you work on it to give it something positive for yourself, or to grow from it. So
yes, exactly. That's how I wrote Teacher. I had some accident and I was really frustrated, confused, and devastated. Like, there are a lot of terms to that feeling. So again, 3 days I was crying, I was like having this inner dialogues with this person who actually put me into this situation. And I had those inner dialogues, imaginary convos, like conversations, and then blah, 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 blah. And I started writing and wrote, and every single word was like a weapon, like a bullet from a weapon, So I pretty rely on this feeling. So I try to keep it going. Yeah. And there are a lot of triggers that can they can make me lose my shit. A lot of triggers. I'm really a hot-tempered person and passionate, and as well as I'm really good into, like, I can express love and like kindness, but I'm always like this.
What have you done during the pandemic so far? Is there something productive or helpful you could learn or embrace during this time?
Okay, so we know, like, the fact is that this pandemic is already almost a year old, right?
Exactly, 1 year, yeah.
Yeah. We, like, during this year we played a small tour in Latin America, and then I lived for 6 months in California. I started doing photography there. I got my first DSLR camera there, and then I really dove into fish tanks. We got 3 fish tanks there, and each one of them is bigger than the previous one. And aquascaping, like plants and stuff, growing plants. And we learned how to plant corn. Oh, that reminds me of, I need to ask Alex about this, like how the corn is doing, right now. Damn, I'm pretty sure it's dead. still. And corn, we planted, and it was like this tall. And what else? Wow, we got a cat. Then I came back home. We played 6 shows in September during pandemic, and then we came back home again, and that's that. Oh, I got an apartment. I moved, and then Alex came to see me here in Ukraine, and we spent like 2 months here in Kiev together. And then I went for like a little trip, to the small trip with Roman and his girlfriend to the very west of Ukraine, to the mountains. Then we came back, and now I have to write lyrics. Yay.
Sounds not too bad, actually. Sounds not too bad.
Not bad at all, man, because I swear, even in better days, I spent my time really shitty. I can't complain. Of course, the main part of my life right now is like it's taken away from me. I mean, like playing shows, right, as a musician. But yeah, what else can we do? Of
For
course,
sure.
we try to stay alive as a band, and there's something tells me that it's not gonna be forever like this. You know, it can be forever, because that's gonna be a really shitty world without music. You know what I mean? So we try to stay active as a band while we're doing our album right now. It's only album, so because I can do only one thing at a time, you know, writing, and I know it consumes me like 100%. I need to dedicate my like 20 hours of my day writing, doing like breaks, you know, for like drinking tea or like, you know, and stuff. But that's how I work. And then while we stop, when we finish recording, then I'm just like, all right, what else can I do? Well, I can draw, you know, I can paint and stuff, but I haven't been doing that since, I don't know, 2011 maybe, you know. So that's the thing that I can basically start doing again. And if we talk about like any other kind of art, what else can we do? Like I'm a shitty actor, you know. The art of acting is another kind of art, you know. So I don't take this into consideration. Cooking, I'm not a great cook. I mean, anything I cook is good, but I'm not into like making something fancy, you know, and stuff like that. That's it.
Nothing to post on Instagram. And we have to talk about this topic. And I guess we should leave this whole Corona stuff behind.
Yeah.
Because it's our reality every time of the day. So we just don't focus on it anymore. Do you don't think that you're actually an influencer with all this reach on Instagram, with all this impact on the scene worldwide? Why do you think that you're no influencer?
Well, okay, if someone can give me an examples of the influences I actually delivered, you know, I will be really appreciated. I mean, I will appreciate that. But I mean, I don't know, like influencers, what do they do? I mean, what do they do? They promote, like they can advertise some kind of like clothing, maybe, you know, clothing, or I don't know, phones, or oh, you guys, here it is, like new phone, so blah blah blah, direct message me to.
So it's the cliche. It's the cliche that is linked to this name, to this label, influencer, that you don't like.
Yeah, I don't get the term, you know, influence. So I influence people somehow through my social media, right? And then not only social media. So have I influenced them to dress like in some other way? No. Did I make them did I make them do like tattoos on themselves, like more tattoos that they have already? I don't think so.
Probably.
Maybe to.
But I think it's more than this, because have you ever seen all these reactions on your songs on YouTube? All the people that are celebrating this music, or talking about, or trying to be like you, or trying to get into all this singing and screaming stuff. And I guess you are like like a torch bearer of the female fronted metal scene. And
Well,
I guess
yeah.
being such a person, you are influential as fuck.
Well, maybe, that's the thing. When an influencer, like an official influencer, they put this word, an influencer, in their Instagram, like you know what I
In the
mean, like
bio.
on the top. Yeah, bio. And so maybe I am, but I'm unintentionally I'm an influencer. So I never intended to be.
Accidentally.
Yeah, so
So, when did your love for harp music started, and what was like the moment of the awakening you can remember?
when I started to listen to not that heavy music, like Russian rock, for example, or Ukrainian rock, doesn't matter. So I was 8 years old, because I have an elder brother, and I think pretty much everyone knows this story, how I got into music. So he brought some records, like tapes and stuff, into our home, and he was listening to that. And as I'm a younger sibling, so I was looking up to my brother, and so I started to listen to this type of music too. And so I thought, like, I'm a biker, like not biker, but like a rocker. Then I considered myself to be punk rocker, because I listened to um, Sex Pistols and a lot of Russian punk bands. And then I started listening to Nirvana, and then little by little I got into like alternative music, and then I got into new metal, then rapcore, and then I got like into groove, and also grunge as well, like it stayed. And then like heavier. Yeah, so that's it. So I think by the age of 17, I was like, oh my God, like listening to the heaviest bands. I thought like they are heavy, like the heaviest. I have saved some of the songs that I listened to from my TV because I discovered on my digital TV, like channels, among them I saw MTV 90s. And basically in the morning I turn it on and listen to them, to all the like great hits from the 90s. And I just add some of the songs into my playlist on the Apple Music. There's nothing heavier than Britney Spears. And I'm not sorry, because I'm sure that a lot of metal musicians, they don't listen to heavy music. I'm not telling that all of them. I'm pretty sure that a big amount of them don't listen to heavy music.
Yeah, I also made this experience, but especially Britney Spears. What's your favorite Britney Spears song? I'm really into Toxic. I'm really into Toxic.
I love Toxic. Yeah. I used to sing with a band, like another band, before Ginger, I think, and we played in restaurants and stuff. And in our playlist, it was Britney Spears Toxic that I loved the most. So we had like songs from 90s, from Soviet artists, and also like international artists and stuff. So Toxic was one of them, and they love singing that with the actual instruments. It sounds, I think it sounds good in every single genre.
Do you think that this is something that is connected with? I can understand why you're looking or listening to the 90s MTV charts and the shows, because I feel connected with this too. Maybe, and that's my question, do you think that this is tied to your childhood or to your early memories of music?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I remember when I was I was 6 or even 5, but I don't know. Let it be 6. And we had this like local TV channel, and that there were like periods they broadcast MTV, like the original MTV. You know, there are some like Russian MTV. They used to be Russian MTV and stuff like that. So they broadcast a real American, or I don't know, but you know, like they were talking like English and stuff. And I remember this kind of like music, nonstop from MTV. You know, from the like breaks, you know, and stuff like that. And for me, it's I don't know, it is the representative of 90s. It's MTV. Like this, for example. You see this?
Yeah, no
so
doubt.
you see like MTV here, and this type of like this zone, you know, where the artist and the name of the song and album. Oh my god, it's so 90s. I feel like I'm still 6 years old. Personal topic. This song is when I was a kid, you know, and nothing compares to you.
Looking back to the 90s, I guess that this was a time of fun and playing and not thinking about the future, because there was, it felt like a time of change, and it changed to a better
new era. It was a new era. I don't know, like, oh fuck, I have goosebumps.
It's funny that there is such a huge retro theme that we just made up here. Nice.
When I was a kid, I mean, I love one thing, like not one thing, but one thing that I really love about myself is that I don't feel bored when I'm alone. I feel like really like I can entertain myself with like jokes inside my head, like and oh my god, like I can do like online shopping. That's my favorite, you know. And you know, I turn my TV on, so there's like MTV, then the Big Bang Theory, then Friends are going, like the shows, they are like one by one, you know, and stuff. And I'm just listening to that, and I'm just scrolling and buying some like perfumes, for example, or hair care, you know, and stuff. And then I'm just like, bam, I put it down, and then I realized that it's almost like the day is almost over. And then, oh cool, now I have like, I was just like waiting for like going to bed, you know. I feel like every day is just like me waiting to go to bed. I wake up with this idea, oh cool, like I have like 12 hours left to go to bed again. Yeah, well, what do you think? Do you think that we're gonna have some festivals this summer or not? What about Germany? What Germany says?
There was like a conference of the German metal festivals, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but it's very dark, and I don't think that there will be festivals up to or
September?
from 2,000 people onwards. I think 1 to 2,000 visitors. Maybe it could be happening, and I hope so, because I also have a little festival in this range. So would be great. Yeah, but I don't think that Wacken or Summer Breeze or something like this actually will happen this year.
Oh my God, I can't believe that.
I don't think so. And everybody's just waiting for the authorities to shut these festivals down for the time they will occur. And yeah, I think that's the brutal reality we have to face this summer. Said that you're completely cool with your situation now because you don't do anything else than you would do if there was no pandemic. My question would be, what's your the way of life you really want to live after everything you could aspire to? What would be the perfect living?
The perfect one, the perfect, like my dream is to live, like to have an island, very small, but not far away from like main like continents, you know, any continent, basically. Not the Arctic and Antarctic, I mean, yeah. So to have an island, to live there alone, like no one's around me, no neighbors, no pandemic. I have a house, a boat, and it's one of the dreams. But I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm physically and mentally free, you know. I don't feel this freedom. I want to listen to music like right now, like really loud, and dance. But the very first day I moved to this apartment, the neighbors from downstairs, they came up to me and start complaining. I didn't know that everything is very like floor and walls are very thin. And even if I talk on my phone, I can be really sure that they listen to me, like they can hear me. So now I cannot do that. I cannot listen to like loud music. I cannot dance. I don't know, like I know it's in my head, but still I don't want problems with like police and stuff and neighbors, you know. It's really unpleasant to because they already hate me because I tried to stand on my ground. It's like, what do you want from me, you know? And I had this, like, we celebrated Alex's birthday, and again the dude from downstairs came up and said, what is going on here? I said, we are partying. It's a new year. Oh, and New Year too. Oh my God, like, man, it's really, so I'm dreaming about like my house with this, like the walls as
a castle
thick.
a castle you need a castle.
A castle, yeah. And I think that can solve a lot of my issues.
If you have some questions for Tati, then just write them down now and I try to catch some of them. I have to apologize for some questions because I think there are some you had to answer today several times, but
okay,
please be nice to them and maybe have a short answer. Like, how did you learn to scream like this? It sounds crazy.
Yeah, well, it can be told in few words, you know, because all right, I practiced in the pillow. I had to cut off my classes in the university. I had to stay home and scream in the pillow and then go out in the evening to the outskirts of my town and scream at cars passing by. But the best way to learn is to find a band and go to practice in a room, actually. and do it like live with instruments and stuff like that. That's the best thing. That's what helped me.
Have you ever been afraid of actually destroying something in your throat during this?
No, because I started to scream in a weird way that saves my both throats, like my clean voice and my extreme vocals. I have this weird technique that doesn't actually fucks my voice up. At least if you don't sing like for 2 hours straight. So yeah, that's fine.
Do you think, because you learned this by yourself, that there are teachers that really can help you, or is this something you actually have to feel yourself to?
I think
really
teachers
understand?
can help you. I think some teachers can help you. I think, yeah. Unless, like, I think that I am unable to do some of the techniques because of, like, physiology. That's the main thing that can prevent you from learning this technique.
How many interviews have you ever given?
I have no idea. Only this year, it was like 2 months of everyday interviews, pretty much every day, like 2 weeks or a week. And so I had an interviews 2 days in a row, 4 interviews a day. So, and it's only in October or no, November, in November and December.
Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy that you're here, but do you think that you really need to do this, giving interviews and all this time that is wasted for questions of people?
Well, sometimes I have to do that, especially when when there's something to talk about, like, for example, to promote a new release. For example, the thing that I told you before about those like 4 interviews a day, it was exactly when we released Alive in Melbourne. So I had to do this, had to promote it, because no one will. So Eugene did his portion of interviews and I did that. So
I don't know if I don't know if it's at a specific point it's if it's really necessary, or if this
not always. Yeah, not always, but that's the part of this job, being a musician. It's part of this job.
Is it the worst part, or is there an even worse part?
Like being at home and doing interviews, it's like pretty much okay. But I really don't like doing interviews while being on tour. And I either do interviews before the show or after. Before the show, it's really like I'm full of anxiety because I worry every time I go on stage. I worry. And I cannot think of anything but like my show, fuck. And plus, I'm like pretty much in a bad mood all the time when I'm on tour. I don't want to go on stage. I'm too tired and blah, blah, blah. And then after the show, I'm just so wet and smelly and tired again. So I don't have an energy to do any interviews. But, I pretty much, if there were no interview, life would be a little bit easier for me.
But you actually enjoy to be on stage?
Not always. Not always. I love short sets. 30 minutes for me, it's when I deliver our music from A to Z, like really, like from the first minute of the song, from the set, the first moment and till the last moment. 30 minutes, I can be like a ball of energy. But when I do 1 hour and 20 minutes, it's usually our standard set when we do our headlining shows. 1 hour 20 minutes. It's like we start okay, but in the end, like,
It's like,
you know, yeah, and that's I don't enjoy it like the last minutes, because sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes I feel like, oh my god, I can go and go, like I can do 2 hours and shit.
mm,
And when it's the end of the tour, like my voice sucks, and like my performance sucks, because I'm just like, people can tell when you are tired, and it's, I don't know, like it's not the best way to show your abilities when you're so shot.
do you like warm cocoa and chocolate milk?
I love I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Can you tell us something about the next album? I suppose that's somebody from Napalm Records.
Ah, they
They sneak
sneaked
in.
in.
Yeah.
Sneaked in.
Can
Hello.
can you do something productive tonight? Please say something about the new album.
Yeah. Too early to say, you guys, but the songs that I heard, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, because it can satisfy every need of our audience. Really, like hardcore songs, and some of like very like heartbreaking songs and stuff. But it's too early to say.
Heartbreaking
Like,
hardcore. So that's the title of the upcoming album, Heartbreaking Hardcore. It's now
yeah,
officially leaked. Everything from Britney Spears to Blast Beats.
that's cool. Yeah, but if we talk about like lyric wise, nothing to reveal so far. Zero. Oh my god. That remind me again to work hard.
One question I had is there something you really had to sacrifice for your career, for being in Ginger and being who you are now?
Yeah, I had to sacrifice some. For example, to leave my parents. So if not Ginger, I would stay in my hometown in the war zone with my parents. No, close to them at least. But I have no idea what kind of profession I would do, like what kind of job I would have. So it's really hard to imagine another life, I would have without Ginger. But yeah, that's the sacrifice. And
Is there the possibility to get your parents somewhere else, or do they want to stay there and be
yeah,
connected
they want
to?
to stay.
Yeah.
They want to stay here. They want to stay. I mean, there.
Yeah.
Because like old people, they've been living there forever, all their lives, and they are very
Grounded.
connected to everything that they have, like TV set or whatever. It's their home, and they don't want to go anywhere.
And if you're a like crazy person that roams free through the world like us maybe,
Yeah,
then there is nothing that keeps us at one specific point or
exactly.
tied to
We
one
don't.
specific.
Yeah, we don't root. You know.
Yeah.
I'm just like I wish I can be again. That's the thing. I wish I had the freedom of transpassing, not transpassing, but to move, like to travel around the world without any documents, visas and stuff, and explaining why I'm going there and stuff. Yeah, that's takes a lot of energy and effort. Yeah.
So this
I
would
need
actually be your goal to just be free to go anywhere you want to without any complaints.
yeah, and do anything I want. Anything that is like more in the range of morality, you know. That's
don't say legal. That's just not enough. It's just not enough.
That's why I wanted to say legal, but then you know, like crossing borders without documents is illegal. So you know, it's not legal. So everything that is legal, that everything is that illegal is already means that you are not free to do that. You know,
it's a very nice question. What's your favorite childhood memory?
Oh my God! Wow, it's definitely winter, and it's definitely riding like on a sleigh with my friends when it's a lot of snow. I think that's what I usually, because it's winter right now, that's what I usually like think about when I see snow outside. Yeah, I love winter because for me it's my childhood, and plus MTV and everything is just like aligns together. Yeah, that's cool.
Thank you very much for your time, and for the beautiful childhood memories you showed us, and that we now know that you're dedicated to Britney Spears.
Yeah.
And many more interesting facts about your dreams or something like this. I really enjoyed the time, and I'm happy you did so too, at least a bit. So
yeah, of course, totally. Thank you, man, because you make me forget about this yesterday interview, you know, and I'm kind of like I stopped thinking about that.
But
for
now you're
an hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was a great compliment.
That was fun. Thank you. Well, and you know, it doesn't feel like it has been like 1 hour and a half, because the time spent with quality. Thanks. Yeah.
So we're waiting for your next album, for your lyrics. I'm very looking forward to it, and hopefully, we can meet you at least in front of stage soon as possible. Hopefully this year. I don't know if this is possible, but let's be positive.
Let's be positive. There's nothing left to do. Just let's be positive, man.
I wrote a book last year with the title "You Can't Kill Everybody." So that's the positivity I give normally to the people. So
you can't kill everybody. Oh yeah, it's true.
So stay positive and have a nice
evening. Thank you, man. You too. Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, you guys. Bye. Stay safe.